let's talk about early stage team building. So let's say that we have a scientist founder. He's got a great scientific idea. He needs to build a company around that. What, like when building a team from scratch, what qualities that founder should prioritize in the first hires?
Yeah. I mean, the technical skill, obviously, let's be clear, we need technical skill.
Yeah.
That's the first. But let's assume we all know that that's not something we need. First hire needs actually to be able to do the job. So
Hmm.
you don't look for technical perfection, is my first piece of advice. But what makes or breaks those early hires is the attitude they bring, their relationship with the founder, whether there's a genuine shared purpose and values. So,
Yeah.
if I'm out there looking for early stage team members, I look for people who genuinely want to learn. And so founders should look for those people, not people who say they're open to learning, but really want to do the things that they've always, but actually really want to do things they always wanted to do.
Hmm.
I mean, people who are curious, who ask questions, who are comfortable saying, I don't know this yet, and I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And for me, the relationship, very early stage, the relationship with the founder is enormous in terms of its contribution as people start to join the team. You're going to be in each other's pockets. You're making it up as you go along a lot of the time. If there isn't that trust and good communication from the start, you're not going to be aligned on that purpose. You're not aligned with those values. It falls apart quickly. So, there's something really important that founders often miss, in my experience, is that you need people who are brave enough to challenge you and your idea. So,
Yeah.
this is your baby basically, and nobody wants to be told their baby's ugly, right? Let's be clear. But actually, in the early hires, you need to complement the technical skills that they bring with your technical skills, but also willing to push back constructively. So if you're surrounding yourself with people who just nod and agree with you and say it's a
Yeah.
great idea to everything, you're not building a team, you're building an echo chamber, and that's what kills early stage companies. So some of the best companies I work with, the first one or two hires have actually been quite challenging for the founder because they do push back.
Hmm.
You also need people who understand what they're signing up for. So founders, being really clear with people about the ambiguity, the pace, the fact that their role will probably evolve as the company figures out what it actually needs. When you can't cover every technical skill and you can rarely find somebody who's perfect in
Yeah.
the early days, you need people who are adaptable enough to stretch beyond their core expertise when you need them to be, but to be self-aware enough to know when to bring in help or admit they're out of their depth. So it's about then the founder helping those individuals to think about themselves, but founders need to think about, it's not just skills they need on paper, it's whether
Hmm.
they're creating an environment where people can actually challenge them, and whether
Yeah.
they're hiring a team they need versus the team that makes them comfortable. So for
Yes.
me, early stage founders, yes, you need technical skills, you might need that scientist, that biologist, that chemist. um, don't look for perfection. So don't look for somebody that is the best in the field. You'll never find them. They'll never jump out of academia to come and join a startup at that point. Look for somebody that when you talk to them technically works out and, has got the skill set. But look at the early stage hires as people who are rare, those rare gems that you need to polish, that you need to help, that you need to grow,
Yeah.
and that will grow with you. Because if you just look for a technical person, you're just not going to get very far.
Absolutely.